If you follow defense news, you almost certainly saw the headline yesterday. Ukraine strikes Russia's S-400 air defenses. That was December 18th, 2025. Subscribe to Defense Reports, your go-to source for timely, in-depth military and defense reports. I'm Alex. Join me with our expert here in the latest Deep Dive by Defense Report for sharp, no-nonsense breakdowns of the latest in global defense news, military technology, and strategic developments. And today we're going to cover, well, how Ukraine is systematically unraveling Russia's most prized defense systems, turning their technological superiority into a fatal vulnerability.
Yeah, that's really the core of it. Our mission today is to give you the blueprint of this strategy. We're looking at sources on two huge events: the destruction of S-400s deep behind the lines and the long-term gutting of Russia's air fleet through Operation Spiderweb.
And we really want you to understand how these, low-cost, innovative attacks are having just massive strategic effects.
Exactly.
First, we'll look at the homegrown missile that cracked an S-400 radar. But honestly, the really mind-blowing part is this 18-month covert drone operation.
Oh, it's incredible.
We're talking drones launched from trucks disguised as wooden cabins, driven by people who had no idea what they were carrying, crippling Russia's strategic fleet.
So let's start with that S-400 paradox. This is the Triumph system. It's supposed to be the gold standard, Detects targets 600 kilometers away.
But it keeps getting hit. We have confirmed hits in Crimea, Rostov Oblast, going back to late 2023, 2024.
Right. And the question is how? How is Ukraine beating a system designed to stop, high-end stealth aircraft?
Well, they're not using massive air forces. It seems they're just exploiting Russia's poor network integration, using saturation attacks, electronic warfare, and low-flying drones.
And this latest strike used a modified long Neptune. This was an anti-ship missile.
Right.
They've successfully turned it into a deep strike weapon. They're claiming a 1,000-kilometer range now. It's a perfect example of repurposing what you have to defeat a superior foe.
That ingenuity, it really sets the stage for Operation Spiderweb.
It does. I mean, this was a masterful SBU operation, June 1st, 2025. The largest single drone attack on Russian air bases, hitting 5 sites across 5 time zones.
And some of these were deep, right? We're talking about Belaya in Siberia. That's, 4,300 kilometers from Ukraine?
It's an incredible distance. And the method wasn't a frontal assault. They used 117 FPV drones.
These are the ones launched from those hidden cabins on trucks. The asymmetry is it's stunning. A drone that costs maybe $2,000 takes out a strategic asset worth tens of millions.
And that impact is permanent. We've confirmed damage to 8 Tu-95 bombers.
Their main cruise missile carriers.
Exactly. And multiple A-50U AWACS radar planes. The key thing to remember is that the Tu-95s and Tu-22M3s, they haven't been produced since 1991. These losses are irreplaceable.
So what about the A-50 losses? I mean, taking out 4 of their 9 operational AWACS planes must degrade their command and control.
Immensely. It gives Ukraine's own air force so much more freedom to move. It's not just a tactical hit, it's a strategic degradation of their entire air combat capability.
And all this damage hits right at Russia's industrial bottleneck.
It does. They're burning through air defense missiles faster than they can make them. Even their attempts to upgrade the S-400s are struggling because they rely on global supply chains.
And we have some technical details on that choke point. Russia's radar production, it depends on specific Western parts, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Sources point to things like Rogers RO4 Thurston 3C PCBs. These are highly specialized circuit boards for their ESA radars, and they need Western calibration tools like Agilent or Keysight vector network analyzers to even make sure the systems work properly.
So without those tools, high-quality production just stalls.
It grinds to a halt. So these strikes, from the 1,000-kilometer-long Neptune to the new rumored Flamingo missile with a 3,000-kilometer range, it all shows Ukraine's deep strike capability is pushing Russia towards a really serious, maybe irreversible decline.
So Ukraine is changing the way war is waged, using ingenuity to defeat conventional superiority. That's a huge lesson for European defense. Okay, so here's a final thought for you to consider. Russia is now reportedly forced to sell high-end weapon systems. We're talking about leasing a nuclear submarine just to fund low-tech warfare in Ukraine. What does that tell us about the ultimate sustainability of their war effort against European resolve?
You've been listening to Defense Report by Alex and Area, where we analyze the latest in military strategy, global defense, and advanced weaponry.
Subscribe to Defense Reports, your go-to source for timely, in-depth military and defense reports. We'll catch you next time.